SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Yes, viewers. Last day of the month of April 2025, 30th April, and we are here. My name is Mark Godwin. We're here on our Wednesday African Update SSM. Joining me from Lagos, Nigeria is Ogbeni Olayinka Raji. Raji, good to see you the last day of April.
A pleasure. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, viewers around the world. Welcome to our Wednesday program, Global Africa.
Yes, indeed. Raji,
I'm glad to be here.
We are all, yes, it's good to see you, my man. It's the weather is changing now. It's a little bit sunny outside. The cold is coming down. We hope to have beautiful weather from now on. How is your weather in Lagos? Is it raining? Is it hot?
We had 2 days of raining from Monday. It's quite sunny now. Yes, it's quite sunny now, bright and sunny.
It's quite sunny now.
A lot of vitamin D for people who want to absorb vitamin D.
Listen, that's a very crucial vitamin,
yes.
Raji, we don't know the power of the sun we have in Africa. Yes. Do you know one of the reasons why COVID escalated in the West, most parts that are very cold, is because they lack that vitamin D.
Vitamin D, yes.
Oh, joining us from a very cold part of the world, and we hope he's having more of the vitamin D, is George Chuku from Toronto, Canada. George, are you getting the vitamin D in Canada? Is the sun...
The weather is quite nice anyway. Yes, the weather is quite nice, so we're getting enough VD.
VD. Yes, George. It sounds funny, but one of some health experts were saying people died mostly because of that VD, the vitamin D. And one thing is this, George. They said the black people, the black skin needs more sun. Our skin is kind of thick. The layer is not as light as
the melanin. Yes.
Yeah, so we need more of the penetration of the sun, to keep. So that's what God saw, and did that sun shining very strong in Africa. George, what do you think?
Well, it has a lot to do with it. And, you know, you see, genetically, the constitutional genetics of individuals would determine, you know, is determined by what part of the world they're living in. The people that live in Alaska, where it's very cold, you know, their genes will now begin to restructure itself to accommodate that kind of cold weather. And so also with Africans, because of the gene that we have, most of the time we begin to develop genes that accommodate that kind of sunshine. And because of the melanin, like Ola Ikaranji said, so what happens with that is all of a sudden your skin, you know, those vitamin D will actually increase your immune system and strengthen it. So you're able to fight diseases and all that kind of stuff. So it's very important. But by the way, welcome viewers from around the world on our Wednesday African Affairs. So it is here. My name is George Kuku from Canada. Welcome.
Nice. And George has also become a health expert. I mean, he gave the talk on the. All right, guys. Something not too pleasant is brewing. It's not in the topic, but a video came out this morning, and I want us to really look into it because you guys were also very. You had something to say last time when we brought up the issue. So let's see something from a slide. I'm trying to bring it into the stream, the broadcast, but it's not coming. So what we'll do is play it live while people watch. Okay. So
yeah, I'm alone. No, everybody is gone here. The desert now. Maningi just this beautiful place. We are going to leave all these things behind. For who? For the Fulanis, of course. Government was a soldier. They want the Fulanis to occupy Nigeria and remain in Nigeria alone. Can you I ask again, who is to stop this? Who? They are busy in Abuja doing nothing, practically nothing. Out of our one small petty issue, but when life is at stake, people are dying. Go to Aso Rock. What is Tinubu doing? I don't know. Except to fly to France, to Dubai, and everywhere. Why his people are dying? This is our village. We don't have anywhere else to go to. See, yeah, man. Now you allow Fulanis to come and take over our land. Are they more superhuman beings than us? Are they more Nigerians than us? Just tell me. You say Nigeria, I mean Fulanis are global people. Nonsense. Nonsense. Will you accept that I go to the far north and begin to cultivate my yam and maize? Will they allow me to do that? But here you say let them come and you talk about transhuman or whatever human, protocol or whatever ECOWAS. You see all kinds of jargons. What kind of nonsense is this? Life is at stake. People are being displaced. Just do something. If you're overwhelmed, invite the international community to come and help you. Pocho will still be there. Everybody is doing pocho. Government is doing pocho. Tinubu is doing pocho at his level. The governors are doing pocho at their own level. Everybody is doing pocho. Pocho people everywhere. No wonder somebody say Nigeria is a shithole country. Okay, you have displaced these people. Where do you expect them to go to? Where? Would they come and meet you in Abuja? What is happening?
It is Benue.
Man, I'm sorry. It's coming. It's coming. Unplanned. We didn't talk about this, but I got this clip. Somebody sent it to me directly and said, "Mark, the international world need to hear what's going on." That's a town in Benue State, and one of the residents, a young man, is making that video and giving that, expressing himself in that way. So, George and Raji, this is what has befallen our country. Our country is on a siege. People are being displaced from their ancestral land. and some other people are taking over because probably, like we've said here in this network, there are some minerals, there are some mining they want to go into, and they are now driving the owners of the land. So let me start with you, George. Hearing this clip and seeing, did you hear the voice? Was it audible?
It was audible.
Okay, George, let me hear from you.
Well, it is a sad situation, but what kind of makes me upset is the fact, it's not only the fact that the government is doing what they are doing. It's been this way for the longest, how many years now? So we see this happening during Jonathan era. We saw it happening all through Buhari era. Nothing was done. Now, the only individual that we are expecting to do something under Buhari, under Asiwaju, we don't see any movement. So my question is, are there not men in that city, in these areas? Are there not men in these areas? If you people are being attacked this way, can't you come together as men and let the natural cause take effect by planning and making sure that these people, when they come, they will be met with stiff resistance? Why are they coming and then repeatedly, you have planned nothing? The government is not going to help you. Help yourself. Help yourself. In the days past, people used to, come together and protect their villages. We keep on talking, oh, they come, we run. Are there not men in that village, in these areas? Why are you waiting for the government to come? If the government is not coming, then you're gonna allow your children to be massacred. You're gonna allow your wives to be massacred, and your villages to be taken over by people that don't even know your village. They just come in to take over. It is time for you men to come together, rise up. If you don't have weapons, build one. Create one yourself. It's a matter of emergency. Stop talking all this nonsense. Come together. When they come the next time, meet them with stiff resistance. Create local vigilante groups, so that when they're coming, you will alert everybody. Stop staying like, you guys are not even humans. If it was animals, animals will protect themselves. Talk less of humans. Stop waiting for the government. They're not going to do anything for you. Protect yourself, protect your land, protect your women, protect your children. Just as simple as that. The government is not going to do anything. Therefore, rise up as men and protect your land.
All right, George, thank you so much. Raji, do you agree with George that it's left to them to
in part, I really agree with him in part, and in part only. You see, this is not a recent occurrence, and we are talking about Benue, which is in the center of Nigeria, and these people are coming from way out of Nigeria, so they came through all the north, and they have easy passage until they come to the center of Nigeria. There's something wrong with our security system. The way we allow
sorry, let me help you. The video is recent. The video was done on Monday. So
please, don't interrupt me. I say,
okay.
This occupation is not recent.
Okay.
It has been going on, and George has mentioned it. It didn't happen too much during Jonathan's time, but it became very, very rampant during Buhari's time, because Buhari, as the general of the Fulanis, gave them given them full permission. And you should also remember that, as it is in this country today, nobody is licensed to carry arms except the Fulani herdsmen. And the Fulani herdsmen, the native ones, the native Fulanis, know who they are. And the ones that are carrying guns are not native Nigerians. They are those ones they brought in and gave guns to. And these people, they said themselves that government, they were lying that government gave them guns. They got guns and give them ammunition. So now, coming to protecting themselves, there's the state government, there's the local government, there's the town government. I don't think we have come to a point where these people cannot protect themselves unless the whole village, because you can, when you go to some certain villages now, you can hardly find adults in that village. All of them have gone out to look for greener pastures. And therefore, those who are left in the villages are old men and women and children. So it is easy for the Fulanis to come in and take over. But still, there should be some groupings. If you don't have guns and things, the Benue people are renowned warriors, and they must still have their old method of protecting themselves, bows and arrows with poison at the tips. That they can do. That they can do. There should be a concerted effort by the people of the villages, of the towns, to come together to protect themselves. In fact, we can see those Fulanis as they come into the state. So why don't they stop them as they enter the state? Why don't they stop them? But because also there's complicity between the government, the security forces, and the Fulani groups who are coming in. It is very, very sad that Nigerians are being displaced by alien Fulanis who are armed by the government, by their own government, claiming to be global citizens. So global citizens does that mean that you have a right to come into my own space and displace me, and the government will be bidding for us IDP camps? The states should also rise up. The states and the local government should rise up now, because nothing is coming for them from Abuja, from Tinubu. Tinubu is he feels now what is on his mind is now is 2017, 2027. It doesn't bother about anybody now. There have been some. I hear rumors of some cabinet reshuffle where the Minister of Defense and the Minister of State for Defense, both of whom are Northerners, and that will tell you that both of them are Northerners, and they are not doing about the invasion of the people who are not Northerners. Because as far as they are concerned, Benue Plateau they are not Northerners. They know who they are. And they are supposed to be in security, and they are allowing all these people. It is clear then that they are in complicity with the people who are coming in. Because if they are in charge of defense and Minister of State for Defense, and all these things is happening all over the country, then there must be something wrong with them. I hear that they have been displaced,
Yes.
but I don't know how long.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Raji. You went in on this one. Viewers, you're tuned in to Wednesday African Update SSM. We are talking issues running now, real time. So we'll be back. Yes, viewers, you're tuned back. Well, George, Raji was giving us some insight, and yes, we heard there's probably a small shake up in the cabinet, but we're waiting to get the official announcement. But before we get that, there's something you said, Raji. All Tinubu is after is 2027, and do you guys know that some people are standing with him? We have this decamped group of governors, former governors, all backing him and saying, listen, Nigerians allow this man to do 2027, do his 8 years term. One of the person talking that is the former Delta governor, Okowa. He said there will be stability, there will be when Tinubu is allowed to complete his 8-year term. George, do you think Nigerians should give him that chance with what is happening now?
Well, I mean, when you look at the politics in Nigeria, it's become an international joke, as a matter of fact. Having finished the election here in Canada and seeing the seamlessness of it and how beautifully everything went, and the concession for the conservatives, you ask yourself the question: what are we practicing? Is it really democracy or democracy? because that's all it is. I mean, it's almost like everybody's afraid. All the governors are afraid. That's why you see them jumping ship, because it's no longer democracy the way it's supposed to be, or the way it was a little sanitized democracy during the PDP era. Now it's not. It's nothing but everybody do what you gotta do. The government is become emperors, so they are scared. That's why you see people jumping all over. All the PDP members are jumping because they need security. Once you are APC member, you can commit all the crimes you want and nothing is going to happen. And as I just saw the PDP acting national chairman, Umar Damagun, or whatever his name is, he announced that legal action will be taken. But you see what it is this, people are coming together and seeking for they're seeking for the path of least resistance per se, because let me tell you what actually the reason why PDP is in this area, the reason why there is chaotic situation in PDP and they're not together, is because of nobody but their leader. Their leader during the campaign, if he was a good man and a wise man, knew that Northerners will not be able to become governors, president of Nigeria, because of what you call the hidden gentleman handshake between the two sides, the North and the South. So after Buhari, he knew that there's no way that he was going to legitimately become the president of Nigeria, but yet, because of his greed and stupidity, he decided to make sure that Peter Obi was ousted out of PDP. If he was a good man, he would have allowed Peter Obi from the South to be the flag carrier for PDP during that time. But he made sure that he removed him. Now they're talking about coming together, coalition and all that kind of nonsense. Nobody is going to defeat Asiwaju. It's not going to happen. It is not going to. Go and write it down. Asiwaju will finish his 8 years. Why is that? The same thing that happened with Buhari when he was asked during the second time, sir, what if you lose? He said, I'm not going to lose. Asiwaju will tell you also, I am not going to lose. Why is that? Because there is no political party strong enough right now. The only party that could have withstood him would have been PDP. Now you are seeing what is happening. All other people that wanted to come together, each one of them are running into APC. So what you're having is a semi-one-party government in Nigeria, a one-party government. So let's leave all that stuff alone. What they're fighting for in Delta State is how to take back their properties and they're trying to find a legal structure to get to get all the caretaker committee. They're trying to bring a new caretaker committee to take over in order to secure everything that belongs to them. That's all that they're doing. So let's just leave that subject alone, because Asiwaju will finish his 8 years. Just simple. That's Nigerian politics. So
another 8 years or another 4 years of
another 4 years, he will finish it.
Okay, Reggie, the George was talking about something very serious. We discussed this last time when we said people at the campaign, very crazy, very childish political activities there. But now it's going beyond. The PDP chairman is not taking legal action against all the campaign. The governor has decamped. Imagine a governor of a state switching party because of interest. And so do you think the legal issues will work? Can he get them back to PDP, or this is how it will be? Reggie, what do you say?
No, hold on. They're not fighting. They're not fighting to bring them back. That's not what they're doing.
They're challenging.
So they are challenged. They are actually, what they're doing is trying to, because in every state, they have structures. and they have properties, and they have, you know, things that are with the chairman, whoever is the leader, and all those things. That's what they're fighting for. They're not even fighting about the legality of this. If you go and read it again, they're not about fighting about the legality, because already it's illegal for a sitting governor who through one party won the election and is sitting to the camp in the middle. It is illegal. But what are you going to do in Nigeria? You cannot do anything. It's already happened before. We saw what's happening in River State. What is happening there?
But what the chairman said is reclaiming what is termed as a party stolen mandate. Now, stolen mandate means the governor came into PDP mandate and he has switched. So that means he has to come back as a PDP man, finish his term.
No. It doesn't have to come back. If you are,
no,
if
but I'm saying in relation to the statement. The statement
please.
is
not asking him to come back now, because he was elected on the platform of the PDP. If he's leaving to go to join the APC, then he will lose his seat as governor. And therefore, yes, that it is, anything else will be unconstitutional. Anything else will be unconstitutional. You lose your seat with all his legislators and all his local government, whatever. It is unconstitutional for you to decamp. And then what they are trying to do is to precipitate a crisis in PDP, to give them justification for the decamping, because you can move from one party to the other. If there's a confusion in your original party about the structure of that party, but there's no fighting in PDP. The only person who is fighting, and he's fighting himself, is Wike. He's not fighting anybody. He's fighting he's fighting himself. He's Wike. So yeah.
So
if a situation like that happened in Ghana, where the speaker was from NDC or something, wanted to go to NPP, and he had to lose his seat because it became a constitutional crisis. While the assembly is in session for the next 4 years, you cannot change parties. If you want to change parties, then you lose your seat. It's a simple. I don't even see why it should be a question of debate. You are elected as a PDP governor. There was an APC governor they didn't vote for. So why would now take your seat and go to APC?
Go ahead, George.
Listen to this. Listen. I blame everything that is happening in PDP on Atiku Abubakar. I blame everything. You see all this chaos and everything that is happening, he is the cause of it. His selfishness, self-centeredness, all that his life is about to become the president of Nigeria is causing this mess in PDP. And the APC is taking advantage of it. And it will not stop. Watch. There's going to be a lot of much more decamping, and they will suck more in. You watch and see.
As long as you are not an elected member, elected person who was elected on the PDP, you can move anywhere you like. But if you are elected as on the platform of the PDP, it is unconscionable, it is indecent, it is shameless for you to leave that party and move on to another party just because you need protection or you need some.
Allah encourage. Hold on. Allah encourage. When did the politicians in Nigeria become shameful?
They have always been shameless.
Yes. So, viewers, the picture you're seeing is a picture of former governor of Delta State and the sitting governor of Delta State. Both were members of the PDP, People's Democratic Party, a party in Nigeria, a political party in Nigeria, and both of them have been running with that ticket of PDP, but now they've both decamped to APC. All Progressive Party in Nigeria. The man
When,
on the
when,
left.
when we realize that, when we realize that we have a gangster in government, we realize that yes, we need to open our eyes. Nigeria has become a very, very shameless from the very highest to the very lowest. Shameless. And shamelessness is the worst thing that could happen to anybody. A person without shame
from the very
has
highest
no dignity
to the very lowest. Gentlemen, thank you for all you've been saying. Let's do this small break. We'll be back.
SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
Here are 3 things that I absolutely loved about Nigeria. Number 1, I fit in. I fit in. Melanin, caramel, chocolate, mocha, whatever you may call it, I fit in, baby. I felt at home. I didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel like anybody was staring at me. Nobody was looking at me strange when I walked around in the stores. I mean, everybody was minding their own business. Number 2, the people. I mean, Nigerians are a vibe. The diverse culture, the different tribes, the different religions, the people are a vibe, okay? Whatever it is that you're looking for, they got it in Nigeria, okay? And they see you. They notice you. There's a sense of community. People care. Yes. And of course, you might be woken up at 2 a.m. because there's church going on a loudspeaker, but hey, nothing wrong with a little godliness, okay? Relax. Number 3, I love that Nigerians are resilient. They are resilient. Very ambitious and resilient people. They don't depend on the government for anything. They will figure out how they can take care of themselves. They see their systems. They know it's messed up. And guess what? They still thrive and they still figure out a way to make it work. So shout out to all my Nigerians. You are nothing but queens and kings in my eyes. If you're an LDR couple and you're not yet following us, what are you waiting for? Make sure you engage from the bottom up and we'll do the same. I'll see you in the next video.
Schengen Story magazine is an African international bi-monthly magazine based in Milan, Italy, and founded in 2016. The publication focuses on personalities, fashion, style, entrepreneurship, and culture for Africans. Though articles on food, movies, fitness, music, travel, sports, technology, and books are also featured. Our lives full of best stories. A lot can happen in a month. Expand your mind, change your world. Get Schengen Story magazine's full editions. Celebrating Africans make an impact. Read better, the inside story. Your fashion magazine for a better lifestyle. Inspiring stories for you. Your monthly dose of entertainment. A better mind keeping you updated.
Hashtag Schengen Story.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
All right, gentlemen, you're welcome back. Viewers, you're welcome back to SSM 30th April 2025. George, Raji, because of all this quagmire, confusion with our politics, with our system, a lot of Nigerians find themselves in places where they shouldn't have been in the first place. Yesterday, we got a direct message from the National Emergency Management Agency, they called NEMA, and they said a total of 203 vulnerable Nigerians that have been stranded in Libya have finally come home. When you see things like this, it hurts. Now, I saw the pictures of these Nigerians. They were all looking very, very fragile, frail, sick, distressed. What will you guys say? Raji, last time you were saying something that touched me. You said how you wish Nigeria was good for your family to be here and
my children to come back.
Yes, tell us, how do you feel about this?
For any first person, a Nigerian, to leave Nigeria and to head for Libya shows you how desperate some people can be. Libya, where there's no government, and it's not as if they want to stay in Libya, it's because they want to use Libya as a transit to Europe. But that route is the most vicious, crazy route that you can ever take. Going through the desert to come to Libya. I actually admire their resilience, their thing, but it's all because Nigeria doesn't give you the opportunity to thrive, even if you want to thrive. For those of us who are still here in this country, we should be given some award. We refuse to leave this country, no matter how the leaders make the country look. It seems as if it is a deliberate thing. Deliberate. You know, I've compared PDP government with the current APC government to make a distinction between poisonous and venomous. You know, when a snake is poisonous, all snakes are poisonous, which is actually their nature, and therefore a snake will defend itself by hitting out at you or running off. But when the snake is venomous, it is deliberate in its action, because then it will now attack you and inject you with poison. That is how I see the APC government of today. Very deliberate in weaponizing poverty, in sending people down until they get into the abyss of poverty, of desperation, to the extent that those people who are in charge of billions are now throwing up that party that made them and coming into APC just for the protection from EFCC. We have people, the Senate president was under EFCC purview for over 100 billion. He's now the Senate president under APC. He was a governor under PDP. Now, Okowa having spent billions of Delta state money for his presidential ambition, is now going and is now being chased around by EFCC, has now found refuge in APC, and all his crimes are forgiven. It is sad. It is sad. And yet our president will go out to look for foreign direct investment in a situation like this. It can only attract vagabonds in his shape to come to Nigeria.
Thank you, Raji. You went hard on that too. George, added to people finding themselves in countries where they shouldn't have been, the kidnapping is on the rise. This morning also we heard Edo State Governor Ukpebolo. Ukpebolo is making some moves. He said he's going to squash some houses will be demolished today. Some houses that are linked to sponsors of kidnapping. Building and big malls will be taken down today because they found human organ harvesting operation going on. George, every day more and more of this. George, tell us what do you say about this?
We've been following this story actually. Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo, he's beginning to demolish a lot of properties that are linked to some of these kidnappers, cultism, and some that are linked to certain, this organ, harvesting that they're talking about. They arrested one of the culprits, in Lagos. Actually,
I think George is frozen. George, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So, the suspect was arrested in Lagos, and more crackdown are planned to curb the rising insecurity in that area. So that's what's happening right now. So I think it's a good idea, because sometimes when you start
It is a
allowing
bad
some of
idea.
these, not, it's a bad idea. It is a bad
It is a
idea.
bad idea. It's an illegal idea. How can you be the judge, the accuser, and the judge in the case? How can you start demolishing
Well,
buildings? Look, i- i- any
well,
any
if
any
it's
person
not,
who demolish buildings must be very very deficit in 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 the
what I'm talking about,
in
demolishing building is not what I'm talking about. Cracking down
so
on some of this.
cracking down includes demolishing buildings
No, 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 no. That's a different
because
subject altogether.
those state government is going to demolish malls, going to demolish malls,
More
buildings, and all those
building
just
Well,
because they have been linked to organ harvesting.
sponsors,
what I'm
sponsors of
saying, what
organ.
I'm saying
Mhm.
is,
George,
Nigeria is
somehow,
going down the
listen,
drain.
George,
investigation needs to be done.
yes, George,
Investigation needs to be done. Arrest needs to be done. They have to take them through the proper channels of the judgment. But in
Of
Nigeria,
judgment.
it's not going to happen. You
yes,
already
George,
seen
If
that.
you see,
Mhm.
if for one person the system is bastardized so that so many people escape, then we are in serious trouble. We are getting down lower and lower into animal king. In fact, which I shouldn't insult animals because animals don't behave the way we are behaving.
Yes,
Animals behave more.
George, Reggie somehow is, I mean, logically, this breaking down structures because of something doesn't look really nice. I mean, you could seize that
Right.
property and
Yes.
confiscate it and
Convert it.
probably convert it, because these are structures that have been mounted in some areas,
About
and
billions of naira
that structure could be used for other good use.
purposes. Yes.
We need to
There's
break it
Then
down.
just
That
destroy.
is,
there's
Then destroy.
that's what
I'm
we
not
do.
listen.
Okay.
I'm not in support of jungle justice, but
Okay.
sometimes it's called for. It's happening in Anambra
There's
State.
there.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me
Sorry.
finish now.
There's more
Can you
justice
allow
in
me
the
to
jungle.
finish? Wait a minute? Why you keep on interrupting, but you don't want to be interrupted when
Go
you're
ahead.
speaking?
Go ahead and talk,
You
please.
know.
Go
So
ahead.
what I'm saying is that sometimes I have seen it happen several times, whereby if you allow the legal formal system to take place, nothing ends up happening. People will go free. Just be quiet. Let me finish. Thank you.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is this: sometimes such actions might be needed. But but demolishing buildings, destroying structures might not be the answer. What we might have to do, I have seen people lynched in Anambra, their buildings burnt down in Anambra because they were untouchables and they were criminals. And after that, you see them run away. So sometimes it might take such a vigilante attitude to curb and destroy some of this evil that is happening in certain states in Nigeria.
As long
Okay.
as the process is arbitrary, you are going to have a lot of arbitrariness. It is not right. And then please don't talk about jungle justice. There's more justice in the jungle among the animals than we have among our human beings. Now,
No.
I've
Okay.
never seen where a lion will just wake up and go and pounce on a deer unless the lion is hungry.
Unless the lion is hungry. All right, gentlemen. Thank you. I want to say that passion that you all make
Something.
give your views.
No,
Mhm.
something. I can
Mhm.
understand where Olayinka Raji is coming. And
Mhm.
believe me, all things being equal, I agree with him. But all things are never equal in Nigeria. All
Yes.
things are never equal. Therefore, sometimes a little detour from the norm might be the avenue to take in order to scare these stupid, evil people in Nigeria. Sometimes.
As long as there's no structure that you have to follow, so that it doesn't have to be sometimes you do this, sometimes you bite, sometimes you give a headbutt, or sometimes you demolish. Let there be a system that you follow that is for everybody. I am
Yes.
against demolition of buildings
I
in
am
any way.
against it. Yes.
The other day I saw Soludo, a whole professor of economics, demolishing a three-story building in some place in Anambra to make way for a road. And this is a building that harbors innocent, an industry that employs hundreds of people. You are demolishing that building just to make way for a road, please. And you are a professor of economics. You don't understand funding. The
The
reason why I'm
danger,
against demolition is because it takes a lot of money to put up a structure.
That's
Rather than
correct.
demolish it, let the government take over it, go through the process, whatever process you want, take over it and use it for a better purpose.
Yes. Very good. Raji,
the,
I'm with you on this. Believe me, I'm with you, and I like the intelligent way you've put it. Raji, do you know in most times in places where they will say a structure was built by the roadside or
Illegally.
by a particular road path. Now, what most countries do is they find a way of creating the road and still have the structure because they
Yeah.
know the importance of that. And sometimes it's even a structure that might not even be too it doesn't look so much expensive in building. It's probably an old house, but they will let that house be and still create a path through the road. So it's funny that we're doing this to ourselves, destroying properties and structures that could add to the development of our country. George,
In the
the only
poverty
place that
capital
I
of the
am
world.
the
let's
only
go on
place
to.
that I am against is
Mhm.
using such judgment to go after your political enemies.
Okay.
Which is what
And
they do,
which is what they do. That
which
is
happens,
one
yeah.
place, which is one place that I'm against it. But if it is against criminals who are doing evil and creating havoc, or for instance, the one that they did in Anambra, I mean, the man, I don't even know what to say about that man because
No,
I
that
mean,
was wrong.
he's become drunk with power and everything else that goes with it. So I don't know what to say about that one. And he's doing this against the innocent because maybe they don't get along. And that's one thing that I'm against.
All right, gentlemen. Raji talked about something that also you say treat one person and treat all the same. I don't know if you guys are following EFCC and the arrest they're making recently over socialites. They say abuse the naira. But we saw some other people from another class, the emperors and the people that feel they're entitled, they own Nigeria, doing same thing, spraying money, and nobody arrested them. Anyway, there's the new case now of the young man you see there. He's called E-Money, and right now he's still in the EFCC hold for spraying money. We also heard of a musician called Terry Akbala. They are all being remanded in the FCC dock because they say they sprayed money, they abused money, and they were spotted doing that. Gentlemen,
Sorry,
go
I
ahead.
need to ask a question. Is there a distinction between spraying dollars and spraying naira? Because dollar is not
It's not
uh,
our
uh,
currency.
it's not a currency.
It's not
So
our
will you be
currency.
arrested for spraying dollars, or will you be arrested only for spraying naira? Because I understand he was spraying both.
He was
Okay.
So
spraying. They said that he was spraying dollars.
dollars,
He was spraying dollars.
spraying
You see,
dollars.
you see, you see. This is exactly where the problem is in Nigeria,
Okay.
and
Tell us,
that's
George.
exactly what we are facing. EFCC will not go and arrest the people that are supposed to be arrested
Check.
because they're trying to earn the money that they're getting paid for. And then because this young man now is an Igbo man, E-Money, okay, they'll go and pick him up. And this is it stinks in Nigeria when you think about all these things. People would, you cannot use your power where it's really needed. but you're trying to go and usurp authority and just trying to capture people, arrest people unnecessarily. For what purpose? You're spraying dollars? Dollar is not your money. It's
I'm
not
also
your
worried.
money.
I'm also worried that he has been taken to Abuja. He committed the offense in Lagos. Why taking him to Abuja? There's something that is happening, creeping autocracy, that a creeping wickedness that is happening, especially of those who are outside the who have money outside politics. Because if you have money outside politics, they don't have anything against you. They don't have anything to hold you. So whatever you do, they'll be looking for something to hold you with.
Well, that's what they
Because
do. That's what they do, which is very
yeah,
sad.
because rather than going after him, there are people who have stolen billions of Nigeria people's money belonging to Nigerians who are walking the street, who are in the Senate, who are president of the Senate, who are head of EFCC committee in the Senate, who are billions of naira, which belongs to the Commonwealth. He is paying dollars. Is that an offense, or have you now put it under currency?
No,
Therefore,
you see,
or
the funny thing is this: here in North America, we spray dollars. In America itself, they spray dollars, and nobody says anything about it. Now, all of a sudden, you're talking about defacing our own currency that is worthless anyway. Yet you're trying to protect it because you want to make a law.
It's a currency that I spend, though, and I just paid dowry. It can't be worthless when I'm paying dowry on a very beautiful woman.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
when you compare the dollar to the naira is worthless. You know, when you compare to it, you know. But what I'm saying is this: no, in a country like U.S., you can spray dollars and nobody will come and arrest you. But that's that kind of justice that doesn't even make any sense. You know, people trying to, you know, muscle themselves into authoritarians in areas simply because and let me tell you, some of these things that they're doing, they do it all in the name because there's going to be a back end somewhere where they're going to get some money. That's all it is. That's all it is. We are not fools. We know what is going on in that country.
Nigeria has becoming a scam. Everybody is on CBEX. Everybody is doing CBEX operation going on.
What's the update on the CBEX, Raji? What's the update on CBEX?
I gather that they've arrested four or six people who are involved in it. You allow an illegal operation to go on. You allow Nigerians to lose 1.3 trillion. They are now running after those who operated. Most of them are not in the country anyway.
All right, gentlemen. Also on that line, the business part of it is CAC, the Corporate Affairs Commission, is warning. So we are doing this to the Nigerians in diaspora. It says any business that is not registered will attract a jail term and persecution. So, George, you think CAC is handling things well now? I think this is coming because the CBEX thing happened. Remember, CBEX, they said they weren't registered, even though it's a different agency. So, but now, George, go ahead.
This is what we call medicine after death.
Campaign after election.
Yes, campaign after election. This is exactly what's so laughable about us. You know, you allow evil to perpetrate for a long time. All of a sudden, when you're, you know, even when questions were being asked about CBEX, they were just dancing up and down, you know, like a football, you know, just bouncing from one place to another. Couldn't answer one, you know, simple question, you know. So the point is this: they're trying to now muscle themselves, you know, to put pain upon Nigerians when the actual people they're supposed to be dealing with, they all escaped. The one that was arrested a couple of years ago, where was he? Did they not pay bribe and get snuck out of Nigeria? Nah, come on, man. It's all laughable, honestly speaking. It's all laughable.
Everybody is now creating his own CBEX. Yes.
It's all laughable.
So anyway, for our diaspora viewers, take note. Your business has to be registered now. Failure to comply, CAC is saying, will attract jail time or persecution. So if you have a business, you have something you've registered, please go now, and you have something you're doing, go now and register it.
So what's the effect of that on the people who are dealing with that company? You know, before you deal with any company, you probably will have to ask for the certificate of registration or something. Okay. How many people ask for that? How many ask for that? So I don't see any effect of this CAC regulations, because the regulation has always been there.
Well, you know what? You know what is happening. A lot of people get into businesses without actually registering it. Every business ought to have a registration number, and most of the time when you come into that business, it's supposed to be pasted to be seen. But what we see is, because of the inefficiency of our government, a lot of people get away with a lot of things. But the point is, this is something that they're supposed to have been doing from the very beginning, to trace every registered business, trace what kind of business they do, and make sure that they are abiding by the law. But this one is basically medicine after that. They're trying to wipe away the shame on their faces. That's the only thing I see. That's the only way I see it.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, our time's running fast, but we'll be here Friday. George, briefly give us the update on your election. Canada election, we saw what you were posting. Tell us briefly.
Well, so it's incredible what happened here actually. You know, when you saw, the four individuals that are running, the Conservatives, the Green Party, NDP, and then the Liberals. Now, what happened was, Liberals were actually, remember when the former Prime Minister was there, it was almost, they were in the bottom of the list. Nothing was happening. Nobody wanted them because they wanted Justin Trudeau to go. But immediately Mark Carney came back in, everything changed. Mark Carney came under the Liberal government. Mark Carney was a very fantastic young man. He has businesses, but also he's so intelligent that he turned the economy of Canada when we were going down, the toilet. And then after doing so, Britain called him also to come and help them. He went there, he changed it. He changed the economy and turned it right side up. So now when people began to look at, this is where politics is in North America. People looked into his pedigree. People looked into his resume. They looked into his CV and found out that he is capable. He's a gentleman, and he is capable of changing the narratives and the conversation when it comes to the economic welfare of of this country here. So, and they decided to bring him and elect him. So this is where you see I was out there on the day.
Yes. May I ask a question? Is he married with children?
Yes. Yes, he's married with children. He's a very wonderful, grounded man. Grounded. And let me tell you something else. One of the reasons why he was elected was simply because they know that Trump respects intelligence. That's why you see him parading Elon Musk around all over the place. He respects people that are very highly intelligent, because he himself is not. So, so this man was elected because he can deal with Trump, and whatever Trump throws on this side of North America, he's able to be the shock absorber, to make decisions, quality decisions that will change the face of the economy and everything else that is.
Talking about Trump,
the mark of an intelligent person is in realizing that he's not intelligent, and therefore surround himself with intelligent people. So I give that to Trump. If he's surrounding himself with intelligent people, then he realizes that.
I beg to disagree with George. Trump is intelligent, but you see, there are levels of intelligence. For a man to own a business in America under that
please don't bring that in though, because none of Trump's businesses have prospered. Almost all his businesses are bankrupt.
The Trump Plaza is not prospering.
The Trump Plaza is probably owned by the Arabs.
He inflates everything. He inflates everything. It all. He's a gangster.
Anyway,
he's a gang.
Viewers, we're coming on Thursday to talk more on the first 100 days in office, President Donald Trump. George, thank you very much for giving us that Canadian.
Are you talking about Friday or Thursday?
Sorry, Friday, our international update. Yes, Trump has done 100 days so far, and people are weighing in on his performance. So Raju will come and tell us how the Arab
his intelligence. Oh no!
Right,
no. When you think in finally, actually, he's not a dumb. He's not a dumb man. Yeah. He's an intelligent man. Only that he is, a narcissistic, self-acclaimed world, whatever he wants to be.
Cunning.
That's it.
The system against
he knows the law and knows how to manipulate the law. That's what it is.
Manipulate the system.
Yeah. He knows how to manipulate the law. Gentlemen, thank you. Raji, thank you so much. Raji, I heard the word paying dowry. Tell us. The viewers had that too.
Oh, no, when Sir George said that our money was worthless, I wanted him to realize that I cannot put worthless money on a damsel. So our money is what is sought in Nigeria.
Online Karaji, who is getting married? Is it you or one of your children?
My grandchildren.
Or your grandchildren? You don't want to tell us the truth. You don't want us to tell us the truth. Who is getting married online Karaji?
We'll see the picture.
We'll be back on Friday. Viewers will be back.
I'll see the
it's
pictures.
Fun when I'm with this man. These are very interesting men, intelligent men.
Are you marrying the second or the third wife? Are you marrying the second or the third wife, Ola?
5.
The fifth wife?
Yes.
5.
George, he has the
5
right.
times lucky.
He has the right to marry as much as he can. The Bible said, just treat the first one.
I want to have a wife in every senatorial district, if possible.
Just make sure you're treating my Igbo sister well, oh.
That's why she's not going anywhere. No matter what I do.
All right, guys, we out.
All right.
See you on Friday. Thank you.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.